What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is United vs. Everybody. I am your host, Sean. This is the Man United News Roundup. You guys know the drill by now. This is the latest and greatest United news, transfers, rumors, updates, anything and everything we feel like talking about related to United today. We will be looking at the PSG friendly because I was supposed to do a watch along and stuff came up, so didn't end up doing that. It is what it is. I'll apologize once we get the show started proper. We're talking a little transfer news. Obviously, we've got some players returning to training. We got some youngsters and potential youngster that we might be bringing to the squad as well. So we were doing all that and more, you guys. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Ian will be jumping here in a second, you guys. But until we do that, I'm going to leave you with a fat intro, and I'll see you in a hot second. What's going on, Ian?
What's going on, guys? What's going on, mate? You all right?
Just tired, man. I feel like it's been the weekend. It was like I didn't really do much, but it felt like just draining at the same time, just like with dog stuff. Danny B's in the house. Big up, Danny B. Yeah, thank you. I know Danny's a dog person as well. Yeah, so the dog just had some issues about a week ago. Looked like maybe her ears or her neck were bugging her. Took her in last week. Looks like she had an ear infection, and so she's been on medication, but then it was getting a little better, and then it was started getting worse again. So then I just called the vet to see what they had to say, and they happened to be Saturday morning, and they were like, they closed at 2 on Saturday, and they're like, well, we have an appointment at 12, and I'm like, of course you have an appointment right in the middle of this friendly that I was trying to do a watch along for, but rather get the dog in and get her looked at real quick than not. So I had to cancel that so I can get that taken care of, you guys. But now, as far as I know, Danny, I mean, everything's, health, blood test, all good. They did ultrasound, nothing internal, just, ear infection. And then we think that she just hurt her neck somehow, either whatever. Like, my neck gets hurt if I sleep on it weird, and I'm for like 3 days. I'm like the first Batman movie. I can't turn my neck. I'm just doing like this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
also, if they get things in their ears, they twist their heads a lot trying to shake it out, and yeah, you can easily just stretch a muscle.
Yeah. Maybe she was playing with a toy. So dogs, they shake the head when they play with a toy. Maybe she just pulled something. And plus, she's like 11 now, almost. So
it's gonna hurt a little bit more.
Yeah, she's like me.
Trust me, when you get older, boys, it hurts a bit more.
She's like your dad, man. 15 years ago, I was having kickabouts. I was playing 3 hours twice a week on the pitch, and nowadays, if I'm lucky if I get out once every other week these days. But I feel it for a couple days.
Oh, for sure. I think even just 3 or 4 years ago, I could train on the bag with my boys. Now I couldn't do 15 minutes. I'd be puffing and wheezing, and they'd be laughing.
It's fun getting old. Fun getting old, isn't it, you guys? But
no,
we're going to chat about all sorts of stuff. I promise we're not just going to talk about dogs. I could talk about the dogs all day, but we won't.
We could.
I do have 2 of them. But we are here, guys. Please make sure you like, subscribe. If we do get to 20 likes while we're live, I will go ahead and gift 5 memberships. You guys know I try to always throw something your way as well. Memberships are the best way to get involved in the content. You guys know that by now. We've got a WhatsApp group for Starting 11 and Legends members. Those members can also make suggestions for scouting reports. I just did another one a couple days ago. You guys can go check that one out. I've got a couple more already locked and loaded, ready to go, including some really, really good midfielders and whatnot. But Ian, did you look into that number 10?
I did, yeah. No, I did. The thing is, with Football Manager, it takes an actual little bit of proper time for them to come back with you. It's more realistic in that way. It's not one click and you've got a full report. He has to play a few games in game, and then they give you a thing. But generally, with FIFA, anyone who's played it, you get, when you look at the stats and things on a player, to give you an easy indication, it gives you 3 colours. So like a 0 to this, and then that above and above. He had a lot of greens. Let me just put it this way: the potential for greens was very high. Top 8%, and bearing in mind I've got the Man United team as we know it, plus a couple of additions. It put him 3rd on my most creative players that would be in my squad if we signed him already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it
He's
rates him
definitely up there
rather
for me.
highly.
Yeah, what I say, 5 goals, 10 assists so far. For
It said a
Diergarden.
potential for ability to, if I'm trying to remember it right, potential for ability to play the ball consistently, both-footed, ranks him very highly. Like he was very, very high on the chart for that because I'm talking top 2%. Because very rare are two people rated equally on both foot, and I mean extremely rare.
Yeah, he's definitely one I think that I'm pleasantly surprised to kind of
It's a
find
good
him
one, that.
and look him up. I think we need to start looking at Bruno replacements relatively soon. You guys know I like a little overlap with my
Yeah.
replacements, like
The other Sangare,
yeah,
Sangare 2.0, he got quite a good rating as well.
did he? Well,
Hmm.
I'm always eager to see how I stack up against Footy Manager, but
And it's as realistic as it gets, I promise you.
FIFA is not super great all the time. I don't like how often FIFA does squad updates. I think that if a player has like one bad match, they drop down overall in the next update, or if they have one good match, they go up a bunch. I think that
Yeah.
squad updates personally, but it is what it is. Still be
Uh,
good.
FIFA gives ratings based on hype. You know,
Yeah, I
we
think,
signed Cunha's rating from Wolves to United went up by like 1, and then Trent goes
yeah.
from Liverpool to Real Madrid and goes up by nearly 10. I mean,
That's
come on, just let's
an
stop
EA
being.
thing. EA in general has been like that with their sports games. I remember way back in like Madden 20 years ago, like whatever team won the Super Bowl the year prior was just unstoppable in the game
Yeah.
the following year.
Yeah.
It's just it's really weird. If you play like Arsenal in FC 26, for instance, in a career mode, like they're just like it's all the challenges seem to go their way. Any rebounds seem to come right to them. It's just kind of EA is a little weird
Realistic,
like that,
then.
but
Yeah.
right. It is
No,
what it is.
but
The refs don't
honestly,
call anything.
Football Manager's the most complete polar opposite to that.
Yeah,
It's everything in a more realistic setting. And like I said, if you've got a live connection, you can have it as lively updated. Like if someone got injured this morning, by that afternoon, they're injured on your game, whether you
I
like it
like.
or not.
No,
Like
I like
so,
that. That's what I like about the live
yeah.
start points. I wish that you could apply squad updates to already existing career mode saves. That's the bummer. That's what bugs me about it so most of all is that if you want the up to date squad, you have to completely restart a career mode every couple weeks, basically.
Yeah, no, that's
Or
why
you just have
I
to
gave
decide
up on
early
it.
on, like I don't care. We're just going to go with what this is, and then we're going to go 3 years in. Or you got to just.
I'm telling you now, by the end of this season, I'm gonna get you on Football Manager, and then we won't see much of Sean at
It's
all.
all about the computer. I try to
Like,
minimize my nice computer to. I just only use it for the
you
stream.
can play it on
I
the
need
Xbox.
Yeah, but you
Start with
said
the
it's not
baby
as
version.
updated. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, but start with the version that gives you an idea of the game. Because if you jump straight into the PC now, me and you will spend an hour on the phone, and I still wouldn't have even told you half of it.
I can't.
So,
And here's the other thing: I can't do it on the PC because then I'll be tempted to try to do like streaming for it for the channel, and that'll open up a whole other can of worms that I'm not prepared for.
we can have Football Manager tournaments on the channel.
If I could figure out a way to get this computer connected to the Xbox or the TV or something downstairs, because I'm on 2 floors above where the TV is, where the Xbox is, I would have.
And wireless, I
streamed,
bet the
but-
connection's not great.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But I forgot how we got there, but we got there anyway. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Let us know how your weekend went, you guys. We're going to chat a little bit about the game that I was going to do a watch along for, but as we previously covered, could not do. Let's talk a little bit about this PSG friendly. Ian, did you watch this live?
I did, yeah. I mean, I don't know anyone who read in the WhatsApp group after they scored rather early.
Yeah, 2
Was
minutes
a
in,
mistake
right?
from Heaven. Yeah, bad mistake from Heaven. He just misjudged it. He looked and then
Second
just
time this preseason though that he's kind of made that mistake though, that just not looking over his shoulder and not following that runner.
yeah. Well, the worst thing about it is they point it out later on. You can't really see it when you're live watching it, but on the replay, if you watch the highlight package back now, as he's running, they slow it down. You see him. He looks over his shoulder, clear as day. Looks over his shoulder and then continues and doesn't go for the man. Thinks he can cut it out. He believed he could get to it, but the ball was pulled back more than he read it.
Just trying to do a little too much.
Yeah, he
What are
tried
you
to
gonna
look
get with the kids
proactive.
sometimes?
He was actually trying to be proactive, but it went wrong. After 15 minutes, we settled, and I'm telling you what, we look way better than them. I know it was their BCTD team, but we looked a lot better. And that game, if we had one person on the pitch that had real pace and could finish, we would have beaten them 5-1. And I mean
we
it.
had a lot of chances, just weren't quite putting them away. Starting 11, obviously Lacey started again. It's good to see Ahmad kind of come back, get regular minutes. Mizraoui getting a start as well, which I thought he looked pretty good too. Dallo, Bruno back in the squad as well. Tielemans on the bench, which was always nice.
I've got a lot to say about that. It's one of the best cameos I have seen in a United shirt for his first
player. I've never heard a new signing cheered that much. Just first time coming on in a friendly.
Just some of his touches, I was sitting there going, "Oh, thank you, thank you." We've finally got someone who knows how to put their foot on the ball, and play.
His ball,
not that Bruno doesn't, but he
was absolutely stellar.
We're talking that could be. We spoke last year about our assist of the season, and I picked the Villa one where Bruno slid it inside Pecunia from about 50 yards first time. That ball, where he don't even look, he's looking across the pitch and he just goes first time. I'm like,
I'm still interested to see. And it's nice because we're gonna have a lot of matches, so there's obviously gonna be rotation, and we're gonna talk about this in our season prediction show. Ian and Dylan and I are gonna sit down, and one of the big questions we're gonna ask is, what do we see as our starting 11 for this first match? How do we see this going out? Because that midfield is gonna get a little interesting with Tielemans now, Santos, Mainu's not really been back since the World Cup, so. We'll see how he fits in. But right now, you'd almost say it's Andrey Santos and Tielemans' spot to lose at the moment. But
for sure.
We'll see. But PSG doing PSG things right at the kickoff, just kicking that ball way out deep to a lot of boos, by the way. And the people are not happy with this. I mean, I get why they do it. I just think it's anti-football to an extent.
Yeah, I hate booing. I'm not a fan of it. Honestly, I'm just not a fan.
They're booting the ball off the pitch because that's what PSG do, right? They want to kick it deep for a throw-in, deep in the opposition's half, so they can try to win it back high up the pitch. That's what I mean. Booing. I mean, I don't have a problem booing that tactic. I think it's a stupid tactic. I do have a problem with booing like your own players. I think that's not great, but.
No. I'll tell you one thing I did enjoy though. I never really enjoy watching any teams play against us, but when you watch Kvara on the ball, it's just you can't help it. I can't help but go. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was. I mean, I know Stu had jumped in the live chat the other day and he'd asked what a marquee signing, and I was like, well, yeah, Kvaratskhelia would be.
That would be for me. Any player,
a marquee signing.
I'd have him over Elise. I'd have him over Vinny. I don't think you could pick me a player that I would pick over him right now. I don't think you could offer me one. Do you know what? I'm going to give him the best compliment I can give him. Do you know he dribbles like nobody? He dribbles like George Best.
Yeah,
he just sucks you. He sucks you right in, and then he goes, "What? Nope." He's not a wide dribbler or a speedy dribbler. Yeah, he's just like, come on. Nope. And I really like him. I'd pay any money, I don't care what it is, 150. Give him it, worth it. Don't care.
Doubt he's going anywhere right now. He's Champions League winner, doing great things at PSG.
Champions League winner.
But I just don't like PSG's tactic. Let's just hoof the ball out of touch right from kickoff. Like it's just boring. But hey, they're Champions League winners, so who am I to? What do I know? Go ahead.
No, they did look a little bit better in the second half, and so they looked a lot stronger when some of their better defenders and stuff come on. Their goalkeeper, that Kusanov, is a good goalkeeper. Is he? I don't know if that's how you say his name. I like him.
Stefanov,
yeah, I like him as a reserve goalkeeper. And I mean, they're getting rid of Xavier and they're bringing in Zonda again. I don't know why they didn't go for Vitek. If they're looking for a cheap goalkeeper, they're paying more for Suzuki.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to Safanov too, by the way, because he made some excellent saves.
First class.
Saturday.
Yeah, the one from Mbumu coming in on his left foot, that is a save. Because I'm telling you, he hits that. Yeah. The second free kick for Mbumu, by the way. It doesn't go in, but we now have a contender. I'm sorry, both of those were way on target. The second one is a world-class stop from the
I'd like to
goalkeeper.
see us change some things up on some of these set pieces now and then. I especially want to see us maybe get somebody other than Bruno taking corners. I don't really like Bruno's corners.
Well, we've got Tielemans now. He does take a
Tielemans.
a
I don't
lovely
know why
set piece.
we don't put Shaw on those. Shaw's got a really good ball.
No.
I just would rather him take those, but it is what it is. But like you said, I do think we looked better after that opening goal. I thought we were pressing their defenders really well where they were trying to build from the back, especially Dorgu. I thought Dorgu was really doing a good job of pressing their right back. I do think
I thought he had one of his games where he felt a bit like he was just trying a tiny bit too much. Like a little bit too hard.
He's got that dog in him for sure. He definitely wants to get stuck in. He's a winger that I think Jose Mourinho would absolutely fall in love with because he's like a winger, but he works, right. He puts in a shift off the ball. And I think Mourinho likes those kind of players. Thought that we left ourselves a bit open sometimes though with that press. I thought Maguire, Shaw they got caught a little too high at times, especially for that first one that led to their opener. I think it had a lot to do with how open we left ourselves by trying to go and aggressively win some of the ball higher up the pitch. And Maguire especially just, again, like I said, really caught out. And that's exactly what happened to that opener. And like you said, Heaven kind of lost his man again at the back post. The same what we did against Wrexham, I think, was a very similar kind of goal.
We were too open in that middle. If you're going to have that high line, right, which we know Maguire's not the best at, but if you're going to play it, the people in front of him have got to control the space. And Santos was doing exceptional, but again, even before he got injured, Mount might have been playing like he's been playing, but that means he's been playing further forward. And there was nobody in the space. So they danced around and they were through. One player through.
And that's the thing, like with Maguire and Shaw, is I don't have a problem with them necessarily jumping to maybe try to make those challenges, but if they don't make them because they're not the quickest in recovery, and like you're saying, because maybe there's not somebody to cover for them, it does leave us very exposed when both get caught up high up the pitch. One's got to kind of recognize the potential danger in that situation and be a little bit more disciplined,
absolutely,
or more vocal. I'd also expect the keeper to kind of be speaking to everyone as well in that situation too, organizing a bit. But,
probably is like Heaton had already gone. Had he gone off by that point? Was it Dermot May? It was Dermot May, but
because that was for the opener that happened.
Oh,
so
the opener.
2 minutes in.
I was going to think just a couple of minutes after that, there was a very similar situation, and they've gone through again. But Santos came across on the cover, which is what he tried to do, but Heaven messed it up nearly again straight after that. But
Heaven's definitely going to be great, I think, someday. He's definitely he just reminds us sometimes that he's still just a teenager, and so it is what it is.
It's strange, but he seems more composed next to Euro than he does next to Maguire, which is strange because you think he'd be more composed next to Maguire because he's the more settled. Like
maybe he knows that if he makes a mistake, Euro's probably going to have
the pace to recovery
than Maguire does. So maybe he's always a little second guessing himself with Maguire on the pitch. We see that same thing with our defenders when we had Andrey Onono in goal too. They were a little hesitant to do things that maybe they should be doing. Quite frankly, when you've seen how much more relaxed they look sometimes with Senna Lamans at the back.
It's just so much.
All it takes, it's like the phalanx in the movie 300. You've got all these different pieces going on at the back. One of those pieces just maybe isn't working that well. It all starts to kind of fall apart a little bit. So but Ahmad doing Ahmad things. Winning that ball, setting up Mbeumo for the equalizer. Ahmad's so good at that. He's so good at not only putting the pressure on the ball, but he's also really good too. I noticed a couple times on the weekend too, is even if the wide player that he's about to press is under pressure, Ahmad won't even press that player. He'll early on recognize when that player is about to pass it back, and he'll keep his sprint and go follow the ball back to the next player that it's going to put pressure on them as well.
It's called it overpress, isn't it? You don't just press one way; you press in. You can press in two ways.
Yeah, It's Ahmad's so good at that. I think that it's a very undervalued trait. I think from an attacker is when they will press
Yeah.
like that, and because he's we've got so many goals from him doing that. I mean, our winner against
Oh,
Liverpool in the FA Cup quarterfinal came from him pressing Harvey Elliott just outside of our box.
two of those goals against Arsenal
Yeah,
last year when they
yeah,
high press up on the wing, in quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
His hat trick, couple not last season, the season prior, one of those goals came from pressing high and just
Did a lot of
taking the
that at
ball.
Sunderland as well. The
Yeah,
thing,
he's very very
do
good.
you know what I really like in Sean? I think you highlighted it as well. Is not only his intelligence to press and win in the right situations, but when he gets that, he does something with it.
Yep.
It's not just like your defender or like Ugarte used to be actually really quite good at a high press and taking the ball, but then he wouldn't get anything out of it. When Ahmad gets that ball, you tend to feel like something's now about to happen.
Because he gets it and he gets his head up immediately,
Yeah,
and
he drives at people.
I want his teammates to recognize, like, to kind of almost anticipate sometimes that he's going to maybe create something, whether it's just a shaky pass or a loose touch or even win the ball. We've seen enough of him to know that there's a probably a better chance that he's going to win back possession than not. So maybe just anticipate that a little bit and be ready to kind of make a run, which is what Mbumo did. I thought Mbumo was really good on this goal there.
Oh,
One touch, shoot, bottom corner. That's all
lovely.
I ask for attackers.
Absolutely
Don't
lovely.
take too many touches
No,
and just put it away.
open it up and put it where you know it's going to be, and
Yeah.
that's it. Great finish, yeah.
It's a 21-foot wide goal mouth. It's not that hard to not put it in the
And
keeper.
you'd be surprised sometimes if you know if you're. I didn't notice it, but my brother pointed it out to me when he plays the ball across, it's actually quite straight.
Yep.
Now, normally you'd play the ball slightly forward for them to come into to hit that like that. But in Mbumo reads the ball straight and actually adjusts himself and turns away from it and then into it. And that's proper clever. That's not because he doesn't have to take that touch. Otherwise, if he's straight on it, he has to take a touch, move it out,
Yeah.
and then hit it. Yeah, that's clever.
I think we talked about this, I think a lot of times from a negative perspective last season with Dallo, but it has a lot to do with body shape and receiving the ball in that touch. You know, when your body shape is right when you're receiving the ball, it opens you up to a lot of different possibilities. You know, whether that's passing angles, like when you've got midfielders, like I talked the other day about a midfielder who is 2-footed. So I think that was Rocco Sheen, who's now at Portsmouth. He can receive the ball on either foot, but what that does is now it basically goes from opening up half the pitch to opening up all the pitch, because you can do anything you want with it. And you've got a striker like Mbumo who can make the timing, adjust the body, open the body. That opens him up to a much better second touch, a much better, possibility.
Absolutely.
Now you've gone from maybe one or
Opens
two
the pitch up
possibilities
as well,
this
doesn't
way.
it?
Yes, exactly. You've gone from one or two possibilities with this one little angle to now you've got a lot more options available to you, which again, that's experience, that's class as well, like you say.
Yep.
Like, it's just good playing.
And it's another reason why I want a Gume in the middle. You know this as much as I know this. He is one of the best facilitators of the ball coming because he doesn't overly complicate it. He can control with one foot and play with the other. And you don't understand if you've got a player in the middle of the park that uses both feet and can take it with one and play it with the other, how much rotation that gives you. It's
it
like
saves
this.
seconds off the play. You
Yeah.
don't have to take another 12 touches just to set your
Yeah,
feet out.
we
You
can
receive
move
it,
the
and then
ball
boom.
quicker. Yeah.
You see that from class players a lot. Like guys like Bruno can do that kind of stuff.
Tillemans was
up
doing it
Rob.
as soon as he came on. Big
Yeah,
up,
right.
yeah, tough.
Big up Rob. He's got the code. We do have a United vs. Everybody Fantasy Premier League. Rob Taff is graciously taken on the responsibility of running that, just like he did running the World Cup Fantasy League. Big up Rob.
Watch out for Casemiro Royales this year. We're coming for the title.
But the code to join is in there, you guys. It is free to join. Take a look at that. I'll leave that up there for a hot second. But yeah, like I said, I think we were good. I thought there were times where we were a bit too ponderous, a little too indecisive around the box, getting to good positions, and maybe just one too many touches or something, or an overhit pass, and then we have to kind of cycle it back a little bit and start again, which is normal, but it's also something I've seen from some of these similar players, or same players over the last several years, is that kind of indecisiveness in front of the box. But overall, good movement, good ball progression, especially in those wide areas. I think that we looked really, really good. A lot of the combinations were working. Lots
So
of chances, I think, to win this one. I think we had a lot of chances, and we just could not put them away. And fair play to Safinoff, like I said, did really, really
yeah, he
well.
made
But
three absolutely
yeah,
top, and I mean top saves. As I say, take away the glaring misses that we did, right, and the like halfy little chances, like Bruno's cross come shot come pass into the bottom corner,
yeah,
right. I mean they're close, but those three saves from Kusanov were
yeah. I feel like
yeah.
if Bruno had returned a couple weeks ago, that ball would have probably found the bottom right hand corner.
I think he outside of his foot sat across and it's tapped in by
Yeah.
Shea Lacey in the middle. Yeah.
Let's talk about some interesting stuff. Fletcher twins came on. Obviously, we'll talk a little bit about why one of them came on so early in a couple seconds here. What are you, what are you guys' thoughts on the Fletcher twins? And chat, get involved too, because I have thoughts on the Fletcher twins, and I want to know what you guys have to say.
I'll kick it off with just pretty basic. Um, I don't really overly rate either of them. I'm sorry to say, I just
Yeah.
don't. What I've seen, Jack's probably got a little bit more about him than Tyler. Tyler wants to play further forward and is never ever going to in this team. He's nowhere near good enough on the ball. Jimmy Thwaites is already better than him on the ball, and he don't even play that position. So it's moved them on. I saw somebody say they're only playing because they're old man. I think that's disingenuous and that's unfair. They work fucking
Yeah.
hard to get to where they go.
Yeah, and
But
I think that that's not. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think
that's
that
not
that's the
fair.
case.
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
have that. No,
they haven't quite convinced me that they're going to be enough to be good enough for the first team.
no,
Again,
no,
this does not mean that they're bad. I've said this about a
no,
lot of academy players. Just because you're not good enough for United's first team doesn't mean that you're not a good footballer. It doesn't mean you're not going to have an excellent career.
no.
It's just it is what it is. You know, it's just how it works sometimes. I mean, but again, I look like you're saying. If I'm looking to maybe promote someone from the academy right now, I'm probably looking at Thwaites, JJ, Camison, Devaney,
Definitely
Orozco
Devaney.
before
Yeah,
these guys.
yeah.
Um,
Jacob Devaney is head and shoulders ahead of both of them. It's just and Rafe McCormack as well. Both of them head and shoulders.
It
So
just they looked a little they look a little lost. They almost look because they got a lot of minutes last season. Like Dylan and I were at that Wolves match and whatnot when one of them played like 45 minutes, and they look like they've almost regressed a little bit in terms of just their confidence, their just energy levels, their focus. They just kind of looked a little lost on the pitch sometimes. Doesn't help that one of them was playing out of position. Like I think it was Jack who was playing right wing at times.
yeah.
That's not where he plays.
It also doesn't help when the main commentary team get the name of the person they're interviewing wrong. That was the funniest thing about the whole thing.
Yeah, but we need to like you're saying maybe cut out the whole nepotism thing because these players are going to see
Yeah,
that.
no,
You know, they're
no,
19,
no,
20
it's
years
not
old
fair.
and it's going to get in their heads. So
If
let's
that's the
just
case, why isn't Jace Carrick and Rooney in the team as well?
yeah,
Do you
I
know what I
think
mean? Come on, it's not the case.
yeah, just let them go and develop. Maybe they'll get a loan and maybe they'll either improve or it's a shop window for them. That's about all you can do. But
Yeah,
I'm just not super convinced that they're going to be good enough. They could prove me
no.
wrong, but
Oh, I
it
hope
is what
so.
it is.
Yeah, I hope so. I'd like to see him go and do a McTominay because I never thought McTominay. I mean, I still don't overly rate McTominay. He
Yeah.
does okay for Napoli, but they call the French league a farmers' league. The French league would walk all over the Italian league. I'm sorry, he just would walk all
Yeah, as
over it.
far as the physicality, especially for
Yeah,
midfielders, the French league is about as close as you're going to get to the
yeah,
Premier League.
Italy is walking football. Sorry, but it is. But the problem is I think they get a loan. They prove they can do it in like the Championship, or go to France and do it. Go to
Yeah.
Nice, go to
Go to
somewhere like
Nice.
that,
Yeah.
and do it. And if they can, come and sure. But like, I'm afraid they're in the same bracket for me as a Toby Collier. Never be good
Yeah.
enough.
We need to be looking to see if there's any of these relegated sides like Wolves. Maybe we could use some youngsters in a like a make weight for like Mateusz Mane or something. You guys know I'm not going to give up on Mateusz Mane.
No, I don't. I don't want to either. I think I'd love a bit of
We got to talk about this little ditty from Lenny Euro, though, you guys, because this thing was some absolute filth. This defending, like,
that.
there's no right to defend like this. Oops, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. What is this? Look at this. Watch this. What he does. Boom. Nope, you're not getting it either. And just denial, straight up denial. Boom. No, that's some absolute filth from Lenny Euro here.
He's too class. He really is. I felt so sorry for him not starting again. I thought he'd. You understand, and I know he's not stupid. He would also understand that he probably isn't the starting right back and has been there playing in pre-season. And Maz needs minutes, and so does Delo.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just thought Maguire could have just not played. Wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have gone with Heaven and Euro.
Yeah, I think right now, because Leach is coming back, we're probably going to see Maguire and Euro start first match of the season. And if I had to guess, I know Leach seems to be like he's fine. I think he just, from what I've read, he was given an extra day off.
That
Because he
I don't like.
played in the final, so it is what it is. Doesn't look like he's too bothered. But we do have to have a couple of big talking points because obviously we drew this 1-1. It is what it is. But my big issue was something, and I know as soon as these things happen, everybody was either had a lump in their throat or they were just absolutely livid, is Mason Mount going off at 20 minutes and Luke Shaw pulling up with something, but it looked like he was fine. But I know in the moment, everybody was like, for fuck's sake.
Here we go. Yeah. 3 in 1 game.
These are injuries, again, these are possible injuries of players that we pretty much can bet your house on the fact that they're good chance they're going to pick up an injury at some point. Now, Michael Carrick, again, caveat, Michael Carrick claimed after the match that Mount was fine. Looks like his foot got stepped on. We didn't want to risk anything. He looked fine leaving the stadium, but I think it's iffy. I think it's too risky. Again, this showed it's a little too risky to rely on Mount and Shaw long term. I think there's plenty of players out there that Ineos can go get. You could spend 60 million and get a quality left back and a quality center midfielder right now and be fine.
Yep. Easy work. Easy work. I mean, honestly, just easy work. Go get a Gume, go get Raum, done.
Yep.
And literally you've spent under 60 million and you've just improved what we need. Simple fact, easy work. It's not difficult. We all know it.
Yeah, I mean, again, neither injury seemed major, but the point was when it happened, all I saw on Twitter was people just raging about Mount going off after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe Carrick just was trying to put a little pressure on Ineos. Maybe I'm going to tell myself that was he's a little smarter than the average bear.
Well, maybe he just thought, eventually it's going to break. It's like when you know your tyre's going flat. I'll just drive a bit further. Just prove it. Prove it to your boss. It's going to go flat.
I don't want to start ranting about the lack of spending. And when I say lack of spending, I'm not one. You guys know by now, I'm not one of these fans who's like, just spend the money, go spend 100. I'm not like that. But again, the
lack of recruitment, not spending.
Yes, the fact remains that we needed more players. We basically played 40 games last season because we were not in Champions League. We went out of both domestic cups, first time of asking, which left just the league. So. I doubt what's going to happen. Plus, we have another 8 games a minimum, right, with the Champions League phase too. Like, we can't get by with the recruitment that we've done right now. It's just not sustainable. But that's another chat for another time. We'll have a transfer window grading show once it's all said and done. And like I said, we will do a season prediction show once the week. I think we're talking about maybe doing that next week on the Kickabout.
Yeah. Well, it's 11 o'clock tonight. It's exactly 3 weeks to the 2nd.
All right.
So 11 p.m. standard Greenwich Mean Time. It is 3 weeks to the 2nd. The window shuts.
So we will do.
None of this hour overlap again anymore. By the way, because you don't get that. You ain't got an extra hour. It's 11 o'clock. Done or not done at all.
We'll tackle the transfer window rating when the window closes. But then again, I'm gonna tell you right now though that I'm already docking like 3 points out of 10 off just for how long it's taken to do anything else. But
I'm in discussions with Danny whether we can have a minus 0.5.
Minus 0.5.
Yeah, because I want to go below 0 at the moment.
Well, you guys let us know, because we're going to be looking at each player we've signed and everything too. If you guys would rather do like a out of 10 or would you rather do like a letter grade, you guys let us know how you'd like to do that. We know Danny is probably already going to vote out of 10 because you can't put a 0.5 on a letter unless he's like, yeah, it's a B.5.
It's a B plus or minus. That's Danny's. Come on, you know it is. Danny can put a point on anything.
So we'll cross that bridge when we get. You guys know I don't like to do any of that until the window shuts. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm already not happy. there has been a couple videos in the last week or so where we've kind of had our little rants, so we're good there. But
Yeah. I think you'd struggle to find someone who was happy.
Andy Mitten seems totally content right now, by the way. In case you
Smitten.
guys-
Andy Smitten.
Mitten is just like, I don't understand why everyone's so mad. Andy, we've signed 2 players to replace 2 players in a position that we already need to strengthen. And we're in Champions League. And we'd also like to maybe put in a decent challenge for any sort of silverware next season and put a decent run for Champions League. You can't spend all year slating these players and then think that these same players are also just going to get us to trophies. It's not how it works, Andy. I got respect for Andy Mitten, but some of the way he's complaining about the fans who are not happy is getting on my head or getting on my nerves right now. But it is what it is. Tom Heaton went off, by the way. Dermot Mee came on to replace him as well.
Did you see them actually? You weren't watching it live. They were actually laughing. There was a little bit of joking from the United commentary team. We all know they're a little bit pro, right? But Johnny Evans and the others are actually laughing. Tom Heaton is laughing because they were talking about it. That's his season. Cheers, Tom. Thanks, done. And they were all actually genuinely laughing about it.
Yeah.
Like when he went off. Yeah, so.
Hopefully, I mean, we got Darlow, Dermot Mee, so it's
I'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Big a deal whatsoever, but it's still, I mean, he's 41 now. I mean, he's basically just the goalkeeper.
He's a good old boy in the dressing room. That's what he is.
Yeah, he's
a good old boy.
He helps the homegrown quota, so it works.
Yep.
I don't actually know if Andy Mitten's I know he does, obviously a lot.
You know the homegrown. Sorry, Sean. You know the homegrown thing you just said? I heard something the other day. I didn't know this. To do with, the VTech thing, and there's a couple of another player with a loan. It's a loan with the money coming later, right? Not an actual full it is a permanent deal, but we've kind of done a loan, and until they pay, it's not permanent.
Gotcha.
Because when you're on loan, the homegrown quota still counts for us.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was like, that's very clever. That I like. I like that thinking from United. Think ahead.
It counts as long as the player meets the homegrown criteria. So they've got to have spent 3 years developing being registered with an English club before 21, and they have to be 21 to qualify. So
because technically we've sold VTech, but technically he's on loan at the moment until Middlesbrough pay. So brilliant. Love that.
We'll be fine unless we sell about 4 or 5 players. But But I'm not looking. But I didn't know is Andy Mitten paid by the club? I know he's got the United We Stand, but that's a fanzine that he's been doing for 20 years. And I know he's
done inside connections.
Podcasts with MUTV. Like he spoke to Omar Barada a couple weeks back.
He was on MUTV the other day on the pre-season show in Rosenborg.
Interesting. Overall, so obviously we have 2 friendlies left. Right, in the preseason. We got Leeds this weekend, so that'll be fun. And then dun reunion with Ruben Amorim and AC
Showdown
Milan,
time.
Who are struggling.
They are getting hammered, aren't they, in pre-season? I think they've scored 1 goal, conceded 15 or something like that. I think that's brilliant.
2 more, and then obviously Hull and Ipswich to kick things off. So looking forward to that. But overall, one big talking point I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on so far. Obviously, he's been playing since the first match of preseason. He was one of our earlier signings. I want to get your guys' thoughts on Andrey Santos so far. He looks better and better, in my opinion. Every match I see him play. Again, it's preseason. I'm not trying to say he's world class or whatever. I'm not trying to say he's the second coming of, prime Frankie de Jong or Casemiro or whatever. But here's what I'll say. He already looks like he's been a United player for a couple seasons now with the way he's playing.
I said, didn't I?
That block to deny a goal about the 16th minute against PSG was simply perfect. Like reading of the game, aggression, getting in there, like dedication, like just throw your body at it was everything for me. And absolutely. I would argue that in preseason overall, he's been one of our best players. I'd put Mason Mount up there too until he got his injury in terms of performances. But what are you guys' thoughts on this new signing so far? 50 million, obviously, from Chelsea. A lot of speculation.
Bargain.
Young, not a whole lot of Premier League experience, but is it looking like a bargain now, Ian?
I think so. Absolute bargain. Honestly, bargain. I will go as far as saying he has been the best player. Every pre-season game, he's almost played every minute.
Yeah, except for that Wrexham, he played a half at
That was his
Wrexham.
first. I think he'd only
That was
had
the
one
first
day
one.
training, didn't he, before that?
Yeah.
But
How does he
apart from
stack up
that,
to the other 45, 50 million midfielders that we've been looking at that we've liked? Guys like Agume, guys like Sangare and stuff. I mean, he costs more.
he's in. He costs more. He's in the same bracket, I think,
You
but
think so?
probably a slight. Well, Agume, Sangare, like even a Urenki, are more of a all-action destroyer, ball playing. They're both. They've got a bit of both. He is. I'm going to use it. It's a Casemiro, but the Michael Carrick Casemiro.
Yeah, he's
I
definitely a
reckon he
back
could chuck a
foot.
tackle in, right? I do. I think. I bet he could stick a tackle in because he's quite a strong. He looks quite a big lad, right? But I tell you what, he does. He reads the game,
Yep.
and he read. If you look, what you made that comment about the interception. Watch the. If you watch the game, you might not see it, but the highlights, Man United official ones, there's a bit they replay it where he sees that danger is before they've even gone past the midfielder. You see him look across. He looks and he goes, and then he goes no, and he just runs like this round the outside of the defence. You think, where you going, mate? He's going where he thinks that player wants the ball, and he ends up in the most perfect bang
Yeah.
like that. It's all about up here. And this kid, I said it last week. You just said it then. He looks like he's been here for a while. He, to me, is a guaranteed starter, and then it's who plays next to him at the moment.
Here's the thing I like about like
Fantastic.
sixes who play on the back foot, similar to Casemiro, like you're saying, Carrick, like Adam Wharton, like Andrey Santos. I feel like when you are more of a back foot, anticipatory player, it's up here. It's footballing IQ. It's reading of the game. It's
100.
anticipation. You're not expending energy unnecessarily by chasing things. You're kind of you're seeing, and you're not just waiting to see what happens. You know what's happening, but you know that the best opportunity for you to do something isn't there quite yet. You wait another second or two, and that's because you're already reading the situation. You already know what's going to happen. So you're like,
Timing.
patience, boom, stick in a foot, win the ball. Like that's. I don't want to call it elite because I'm not saying Andrey Santos is elite, but I'm saying that sort of level of reading of the game, just
That
kind of
play is
seeing the
elite,
thing.
Sean.
Yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah.
it's absolutely incredible to watch him play right now. Again, I think that for me is again like you're saying, Mamadou Sangare, all action. I do still think we need a physical midfielder, especially
Absolutely.
in Europe. I think that's going to make a difference
Agree,
in
mate.
Europe. But I like what I see from Andrey Santos so far.
I do as well. And
Rec-
what I like from him as well, sorry, just to add to
No,
a
no, no,
point,
go.
is when he's not only his ability to do all those things, proper QB the team almost, like just sitting there like watching, scanning for the danger, right? He not only reads that very well, but once he gets it, he does something with it. It's not even just a Makaleli 2 yards to the left, Yuri,
He played
Bruno.
a lot of line breaking passes.
His passing through the lines is cracking, absolutely cracking, mate. And I'm like, please, more and more and more. Yeah, love it.
So I'm gonna throw out some I'm gonna throw out some preseason numbers for him, so we can all kind of maybe. And this is how numbers can kind of show you a little bit about a player as well as the eye test, because the numbers can tell a tale as well. Danny thinks he's quality. He says Danny thinks that Santos and Sangare could be up there for signing of the season by next year, depending on how they look.
Absolutely, Dan. Imagine both of them. Just imagine it.
Wrexham was his first piece of action for us, obviously, and it was not bad. He played a little bit more defensively in that game as he kind of started to get the feel for things. He had 2 tackles, 3 interceptions, 4 out of 6 ground duels, but still had a 91% pass completion. And this is something that we're going to see a pattern of because his pass completion has not dipped below 90% this entire preseason so far. But he also played 3 passes into the final third. Now, this is the guys I told you have to. I call it triangulation when it comes to the stats. Goalkeepers, good example. Clean sheets, stupid stat to determine Golden Glove. Clean sheets can help, but look at shots on target versus save percentage, all that kind of stuff. Goals prevented. Let's triangulate. Pass completion, you guys know I don't like that on itself, but look at the types of passes that they're playing. These balls into the final third. Again, another thing we're going to see a pattern of. Rosenborg, 4 passes into the final third. Completed the long ball he attempted. 95% pass accuracy. Created a chance. 1 tackle, 3 interceptions. Again, Look out for the interceptions versus the tackles. Higher tackles, low interceptions can sometimes mean, again, not a bad thing necessarily, but sometimes that means they are more of a destroyer. More interceptions tends to mean you're reading the game well, you're anticipating well, your timing is
Yeah.
on point.
Interception's a better tackle.
I
You shouldn't
like
have to leave your
interceptions. Yeah.
feet to win the ball. If you
Cut out those passing
was it
lanes.
what was it? I think Matt Busby said it. You're off your feet to win the ball. You're not in the game.
Maldini used to say if he had to make a
Yeah,
tackle, he's already made a mistake.
yeah, exactly. There you go. And that was the best. That's the best defender to ever walk the face of this earth. By the way, no, I'll have no argument with anyone on that. Don't you can stick anybody in front of him. There isn't a better one, and I don't care.
Yeah, I know. He's absolutely
Paolo
perfect.
he can play anywhere across the back, and I tell you now, better than anyone. Period.
I think he just got away because he just mesmerizes his opponents with his eyes. Have you seen his eyes? They're like
Oh yeah,
looking
it's
at the
just.
ocean.
I mean, I'm not that way, but that's a stunning looking man. Let's behave.
His eyes, man. It was like the first time I heard the Beatles. It's magical.
Yeah.
82 minutes for Andrey Santos against Atletico Madrid. He had more touches than anybody else in that match. Another 93% pass completion, 7 passes into the final third, 2 out of 3 long balls, 3 tackles, 3 interceptions, 3 out of 3 ground duels, 7 defensive contributions overall for him. So
Did he
again,
get an
not.
assist in that game, Sean? I think one of his balls was the assist, wasn't it? I'm sure.
I don't remember. I feel like he did get an assist. Hold on a
I
second.
feel like I'm sure one of his balls. Yeah, I don't know.
We got to do a stat check on Andrey Santos here, you guys. We've got
Hold
some
on,
questions
quick check.
here. No
Producer on it. No.
Nope.
I swear
And
it
then,
was.
so nothing below 91% pass completion so far.
Lovely.
PSG, 95% pass completion, 4 passes in the final third, 2 tackles, 1 interception, 5 defensive contributions. His ground duels dropped a bit. Obviously, it's PSG, but again, 3 out of 6 ground duels against the Champions League's holders is not horrible. So far, he's made almost 20 passes into the final third. His pass completion has not dipped below 91%. It's probably looking at an average of about 93% so far, and he's playing a lot of passes, and you can see a lot of them are going into the final third. About 10, 11 interceptions total so far as well. Like, the kid is just absolutely balling. So I ask again, you guys in the chat, how you feel about Andrey Santos so far?
Yeah, it's cloud nine, isn't it? I think you just said it there. That's one of my favourite stats is the interceptions. I was just about to. I'm trying to mentally think about it, but even his first game against Wrexham, there was a point. I don't know if you remember. There's early on they did us a couple of times down our right, their left, and kept cutting in. And there was I could just picture him. He's gone past Yoro, and then he thought he was going to cross the ball in again for another dangerous cross, and nope, in comes Santos, and he was just like blank block. And it was that same thing against PSG, reading the block against Rosenberg. He'd gone past Mount. Nope, I'll have that. I love that.
His reading of the game is for as young as he is already he's ahead of the curve for sure.
Yeah.
Like he knows where to be. Like we see that from guys like Varane, like Johnny Evans, Casemiro, whatnot. You even saw. I think I've seen it in glimpses from Toby Collier as well when he was fit. He just kind of knows where to be. But
Good intelligence.
Santos is something else. Here's a question for everybody: is he right into the starting 11 for you? And if so, who do you play alongside him in midfield?
He is 100% for me. It's who starts next to him. I was just about thinking the same sort of thing though. With the amount of intelligence in the midfield, if you look at him on the ball, Kobe on the ball, Bruno on the ball, Yuri on the ball, right? Bruno's in, right? If we put one of the other 3 behind him, 2 of the other 3 behind him, all of our midfield are balling on the ball. They are, and if you go back to the Director of Football show, what did I want more than anything else? All my players are able to play some ball, and that's Carrick's whole methodology.
Yep. I do want some physicality in there as well, though.
Yeah, we need to add that. But we're looking at Berg.
Yeah.
We're looking at this. I didn't know. Do you know he's 6'5"?
Oh yeah, he's massive. Sanderberg is massive.
I didn't. Do you know what? I've watched loads of times. I did not notice that.
He's
massive.
Yeah,
I did not notice that.
He's a straight up Viking.
Yeah, let's get him. Get him now.
He'll win those. He'll cut out those long balls. He'll cut out those passes, and he's actually quite physical. He goes to ground quite frequently to win the ball. He's very physical, but he's also very good on the ball too.
Very press resistant.
Yeah, he's a good player. Jimbo saying Santos and Tielemans are starting. Yeah, it's probably, if I had to answer right now,
Big
just
yes,
based
Jim.
on, it's probably my starting. I don't think Cobby is at a place where he necessarily is guaranteed to start week in, week out. Not because he's
Uh,
bad, but he's also young.
well, yeah, I think Cobby will get minutes,
Yeah,
and
everyone's going to get minutes.
he who should not be named will get minutes against Leeds and against Milan. But I don't think Cobby will be ready for, depending on how many minutes Tillmans gets against Leeds, will define which one of him or Kobe start next to uh,
I feel like
Santos, I think.
Carrick's kind of giving me some Fergie vibes here. Clearly, Cobby was not happy, struggling, and I think back to when Beckham got sent off against Argentina, and Ferguson kind of circled the wagons, kept him
Oh
out of
yeah,
the
we did.
spotlight a little bit, and I do feel like Cobby is probably a little upset, and obviously a lot of England fans are probably upset. I think Carrick, maybe he's just kind of letting him do his thing, letting him get his head right, letting him kind of cool off
Mm.
a bit, and he's going to bring him in a little bit. But
Needs to
hold on,
get to fitness, I think.
I need to look up the address of Stamford Bridge. I need to know where to send my thank you card to Chelsea for Andrey
Yeah.
Santos.
Just highlight losers of London. It'll find its way there.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know where I send it to. Maybe one of the hotels that they sold to themselves. Maybe I don't know. It's going to return to sender.
it'll find its way to the trash heap somewhere.
But yeah,
But
I'm really
it's
happy with
something I
him.
just wanted to say. I don't understand it. Right? If it was in a week or 2 weeks or some sort of holiday, I get why Martinez didn't fly to Ireland with the team, right? But one day, just one day, right? I'm sorry, that's rubbish. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
had it. No, the
Maybe there was a
whole
maybe
team
there was a
were on
birthday
the
party or
plane.
something. He wanted to go.
No, it's just he was because he played in the World Cup final. He gets an extra day. I'm sorry, no, not a day means nothing. He's on that plane with the team. Otherwise, tomorrow, what's he do? Turn up on his own and walk in, and everybody's already there. That doesn't feel inclusive to me. I'm
He
sorry,
could. I mean, he could
Fergie wouldn't
fly
have had that.
everywhere. He could join up. I mean, Delit's there, and he's not going to be playing, so he
Yeah,
could join
exactly.
in and do
The
things. It's
whole
not a big
team are there,
deal.
Sean. He should have been there. I don't care.
Yeah.
One day's rubbish. I think that's right. I think that's
You
prima
got to
donna
remember,
behaviour.
if you remember too, one of the, if I, you guys remember my, I did 2 videos several months back, and one was the case for keeping Michael Carrick, and the other was the case against keeping Michael Carrick. And one of the criticisms I had of Carrick, spoiler alert, was some of the lax training and match day preparation and whatnot. The training is a little bit more intense, but it's less. Some of players are arriving a little bit later. They get days off here and there. Things like that could call it into question, but we'll see. He was interim at the time, so maybe he wasn't quite interested in going both feet in. But I feel like you should
But
definitely just do what you need to do. What were you saying?
I'm sorry, I don't even think it's a club issue. I think that's a Martinez issue for me. That's I'm
Well,
sorry. One day, I'd rather be with my
yeah,
teammates.
like I said, I have no
Uh,
idea why he was given the extra day. Again, that's what we're seeing a report of. Is he was just
Pathetic.
given an extra day? I'm not sure. Again, I said the other day, like Senna Laman's kind of making everybody look bad by showing up 2 days early when he didn't have to come back till last Monday. He showed up
Exactly.
Friday, and I'm like, wait,
Exactly. I'm
way to bring
sorry,
no
but
teachers,
thank you
Pat.
for highlighting my point, Sean. I thank you for just sticking a massive pink highlighter across it, going like that, because that is a team player. That's team spirit. I want to be with my team. That doesn't matter. I'm on crutches. I'm still there because that's the team. And I
We'll see.
expected better from Martinez. But anyway, that's
We shall see what happens. No,
we'll see.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to make that much difference in terms of preparation for Leeds. Obviously, I don't think he was
No,
ever going to be in contention for that one, but
no,
maybe
no, no,
against
no.
Amorim and AC Milan would be nice to see at least a half or half. Because I needed
Uh,
everybody. This World Cup, you guys know I don't like when when preseason gets interrupted, and this World Cup is just another. And this was an absolute joke of a World Cup in general. I'm getting less and less inclined to even care about international football. As it's almost impossible for me to care even less because I don't care about it that much. But we'll
just
see.
leave them. We'll have the European Cup. That's all we care about over here. We don't have to have a summer where our players all disappear off to the other side of the planet. Rubbish. Forget it. It's a rubbish tournament.
I mean, it might
Crap.
not even happen next time, as far as we know. So we'll see. We could have seen the end of the World Cup by now. So maybe you just be careful what you wish for, huh, Sean? I don't know what to tell you.
Couldn't care less.
Danny, what do you feel about this? Danny says sell Licha while he holds some value.
Mm. Well, they're on Atletico Madrid paying like 40 million for Cuti Romero. God.
Yeah, we could probably get more
So,
for.
yeah, Spurs have got some fingers in some dodgy pies.
Yeah, you guys know
We
how
could
I
get
feel
more
right
for him.
now, both with Lecha and DeLit. I'm ready for a full defensive rebuild next summer. I'm ready to go really hard. I'm already looking at players who are out of contract in a year and looking to see how many of them are defenders that we can maybe try to make shrewd buys for in January. Maybe get them on a cheap.
There's 4 centre backs, Sean, that have already gone. You like Lacroix, who's on his way to Chelsea.
Yeah,
All right. Steve went to Florentina, but relegated Burnley.
Van Hecke went to Brighton.
Van Hecke, yeah, and that's another one. Van Hecke went to Brighton. You've got Diamonde's just gone to Forest, and you've got Andrey Santos, who's gone to not Santos. I can never think of his name. The
Oh,
Portuguese
Silva,
lad,
Antonio
Andrei
Silva, who
Silva,
went to
Antonio
Bournemouth.
Silva,
Yeah.
just gone to Bournemouth, who is class, by the way, class.
Yeah, go get Zeno DeBast. Go get any of these other players that I've talked about. I'm happy with, but yeah, what are you gonna do? I'm saying LaMonaco has got a low release clause. I'm just saying, if you want another Argentine center back, let's move on from.
You know what has been good? Did you watch Monaco last minute Liverpool out of it? So, it's so good. The fan reaction TV is one of my favourites, cheeky pleasures on YouTube. And they're bad. They're doing Monaco over, and then it just goes Liverpool, very Liverpool towards the end.
Yeah.
And the faces, the faces. It's joyful to watch, as is all the Arsenal fans singing, "We're going to win it all again," and then Dortmund come and go, "Nope."
Yeah, these people. I mean, I get obviously you're doing content. You want to have content to do. I get it. You'll probably never see me any clips of me on Fan Reaction TV. You guys know I don't get too reactionary with stuff. I don't do a ton of watch alongs as it is because I'm usually watching games with people. But it is. We've got a couple more weeks, and then I can finally figure out when I might be able to get over there, Ian. So I've already got a lot of the possible dates. Now it's just a matter of figuring out which Champions League matches are going to be home and which are going to be away, because about half of my dates are going to get chopped right off the board.
It's a shame we can't get all the boys over here for a trip. Like I said to Rob as well, because he's going to get to go for with his missus, but it's never going to be the same time that we get to go.
Yeah, I'm at the mercy of the fixture schedule. You guys know I always squeeze in 2 matches, and it's difficult to get 2 back-to-back home matches at Old Trafford. If I could find a match maybe at the Etihad, or maybe something that's maybe Liverpool probably as far away as I'd be willing to go by train. I definitely want to do an away match at some point. I think that would be a blast, but I'm not in the mood to spend all day on a train and stuff. I like as minimal moving parts
a nice
as I can
stadium.
possibly do it. So
if you're going to go for an away day, don't pick like Liverpool. Pick a nice place to go.
I want to go into the lines then.
Yeah, you won't once you get there.
Just full kit it and then just run out like Indiana Jones getting chased by a bunch of inbred scousers. I don't have a problem with it. Jimbo celebrates 10 months of membership. He has got to get going, but please enjoy the stream. You get one of these, my friend.
Big up, Jimbo.
Absolute legend. You guys don't forget, membership is the best way to get involved in the content of the channel. We've got a WhatsApp group for some of you guys. We've got, as you can see, I forgot to mention that already. We do have a new Would You Rather question in there today. You guys can also make suggestions for Would You Rather. Today, I went for an ownership route. So we've got 11 votes so far. The question is, would you rather see mega rich owners banned from football altogether, or would you rather see United have the richest owners in football? It's pretty split.
Ban them all. Ban them all. It ruins it. It's ruined it. It's ruined it.
Stuff. I'm talking like cities owners, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, ban it. Ban it. I'm sorry, just ban it. Or a cap on it. There's got to be a cap at one point. Or it's just going to get stupid.
Technically, the FFP stuff is supposed to be the cap, but I think that obviously
that's a cap on spending, not on what you can choose for.
What Abramovich and the city have shown is that they just don't care. So that's what I mean, like getting rid of those kind of. But so far, most of you would prefer us to have the richest owners. So I think most people just want the debt gone. I hear you.
Still won't spend it.
Yeah, you can't spend just because rich owners don't mean much. Everybody still has to follow the same rules, but rich owners could put it. They could, like, if you had a mega rich owner, like if you, let's say like this, like the Saudi club owned United, they could build that stadium in half the time probably, which means
be up already.
quicker, so which means quicker alternative revenue streams, which all count towards SCR, by the way. If you have a freaking NFL game or Lady Gaga or Beyonce come and play Old Trafford, that gets the count towards your SCR. So that's why we're trying to get a nice stadium, by the way. I just don't see what an 8-year process to get it done is going to do in the here and now. Like Sir Jim is going to he's going to be in his 80s by that point.
This is it. Well, it's the legacy in it, leaving that type of thing. But it's people said that why didn't like these Regan Rich owners, like the Newcastle ones, and like that buy United when the Glazers took advantage to do it? It's a simple answer. There was no sports in that side. There was no football over in Arabia at all. There was no way to watch it, no way to stream it, no way to do any of it, and that's why they did what they called the Arab sports washing, where these big Arab PSG, City, all the big trying to get a footprint and then bring the players over. Then they started the league. If that was all running back when the Glazers took over, I can guarantee you. No, I'm not a fan. But I can guarantee you, one of these super rich owners would have gotten in and tried to buy us because we were easily the biggest draw in world football behind Real Madrid.
The problem was we tried to get, obviously Sky wanted to buy the club. That didn't happen. We almost had the a different consortium take over instead of the
Red Knights.
The Red Knights. You guys, I did a what if episode on that. If you guys remember that as well. You can watch that one too. That was a whole different thing as well. That was going to be a little bit mixture of fan ownership and stuff like that as well. That didn't happen because they could not get the financial backing. They couldn't get enough people to put down the money on that. So it is what it is. But
the joke of that is that the government screwed us on not letting Sky, monopolies and mergers take over. But then they allowed the Glazers to borrow every penny against the club to buy it. Which it's such a backwards deal.
That's the biggest problem of all. That should never have been allowed to happen, in my opinion. That's
there was nothing to do
criminal.
With Sky TV.
It's criminal. It's absolutely criminal at this point. I think that and there's a reason that they look at how many things that some owners have gotten away with that they've changed the rules after the fact. Like now you're not really supposed to do that anymore. The same with Chelsea though. They put rules down on how long you can give out contracts because Chelsea abused that loophole for that first couple of years under Todd Bowley, and now you can't. But it doesn't matter because they've already got through the doors, so it is what it is at this point. But
I argue this all the time with my father-in-law as well, and it's he used to say to it things like about the money, the money goes one place and the people go to another, and then you start doing things like that. All of a sudden, you're not looking at what you're actually doing, and the people are just exchanging money behind the scenes, and eventually you just become irrelevant.
So much of the money, even like all the transfer fees, a lot of that is basically Bitcoin at this point. A lot of it just exists in the ether. It's not like someone sitting there just handing money to people. A lot of it is just theoretical money.
Electronic money.
Yeah. Football finance is weird. I need to get Kieran Maguire on here. I spoke to him the other day. I sent him he and I chat on LinkedIn now and then, and I asked him the other day about just the lack of movement that we've done. And like I was telling you before we went live, and he's not a big fan of Sir Jim, Kieran Maguire. He calls him Offshore Jim. So if that gives you any idea. But he's adamant that the money's there, that Ineos just don't want to spend it. I think that they're
even if you just look at the revolving credit facility that we paid off the year before, right? Take away all the historic debt, take away any of the 70% nonsense, any of it, right? Any player sales, nothing. Just that credit card that we've got, which is called the revolving credit. We've got 250 million of revolving credit. So technically we've got another 200 million.
I think
and that's undeniable.
Any more debt at the moment. I think they're just trying to maybe take one summer or one transfer window where they're just like, let's just cool it, which I don't like. And I'm not saying we just go spend money, but I'm like, again, I told you, there's a threshold you can cross where you can try not to spend, but you still have to spend in order to make sure that you're still earning money through Champions League qualifications and whatnot, and winning and things. Like you're going to cross that line. I think we're dangerously crossing. I don't think we need to go and spend another 200 million, but we definitely need a minimum 2 players. Like minimum, I would say 3. But again, there's 2 weeks.
We need a midfielder, a left back, and a striker. But we'll see. We'll see. There's 3 weeks, 3 players. There you go. That's what we need. But
we're going to talk a little bit about what could happen. Go for it.
With the historic debt, Um, there is a flip side. There is. You have to look at both sides of the coin. If, and it's a big if at the moment, but if United can operate like we did last year, this season with more games, and it's not impossible. It definitely isn't. But it will give us such a stronger platform next window to operate. I know it's not what we want to hear, but you have to see what they're trying to do. We might not like it. It might not go right, but you have to see where they're going. It's like looking down the road. You don't look at the car in front of you. You look at the car 3 cars in front. That's how you drive, right? You
Is that
don't
how you
brake
drive?
with
I
that
just
car.
look at the car in front of me. I
You
mean,
know, because if there's three
I
cars in
know.
front of you, you know what I mean. Anyway, so
I'm just
the
joking.
point is if United do manage to pull this off, it does give us so much more of a stronger position to use our money next year.
Well, we just got a brand new training kit sponsor, the biggest of its kind. Which I mean, that's probably just enough. Like the first year, that's going to pay for Rashford's wages for the rest of his contract. Basically, is
Oh
how
yeah,
that's going to work.
yeah. Thanks, Betway.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, we do need to. We've sold VTech. Obviously, that's a little chunk of change off of there, but it's just not enough yet. We could be seeing some other youngsters heading for the exit door as well. I saw a report from Simon Jones that Jaden Camison is a target for Southampton.
Hmm.
Now they reportedly they want to sign him permanently, but other championship clubs are also looking at maybe bringing him in on loan. I've seen Preston North End, Blackburn, Bristol City, and Sheffield Wednesday.
Hull as well, isn't it?
I'd like to maintain that relationship with Bristol City as well. But obviously, VTech did really well. If we can continue to maybe have some of that, but
Obviously,
you guys know I like Camison a lot. He's a big reason why I wasn't too keen on the idea of spending a lot of money on Giovanni Quenda when Amram was here. I think that Camison has showed some bright sparks in preseason of what he can do as well. Maybe alone would do him really good though. Personally,
yes.
What do you like? Are you familiar with Camison a lot?
Yeah, he was the poster boy for our right side a couple of seasons ago
Yeah,
in the youth team. They were just singing the kids' praises. He's got the same sort of potential as Halafu's showing now, like just an all
Lafu, yep.
energy right back
Overy,
that will go,
yep.
yeah, go past you. Is it Jaden Brown as well? Sort of the same sort of player, bit more winger. But you got what I like about Camison is he's so direct, and
Yeah,
he's got what I call shotgun pace. He ain't 100-yard sprinter, but over 10, he will burn past you like you
yeah,
do not exist. And that is all you need as a fullback.
yeah.
Get the ball, take your defender on, and he gets the ball in the box. And that is what I really like
Well,
about him.
if you
Defensively,
burn somebody with the first 10 yards of pace, all you got to do is kick that ball ahead of you into space, and if you just burn them, then you're off to the races at that point.
yeah. Well, he did it twice in that one game against preseason in
Yeah, against
preseason, wasn't it? And you're
Rosenborg,
like,
he
yeah,
and Amos were just destroying, man.
just
Yeah, I
shows what we
like
can do with
yeah,
space.
I like Camison a lot. We do have a lot of right backs in the academy, though.
We
Like a
do.
lot. Montato,
Mhm.
Oganai, Camison, Overy, Halafu. There's a lot of right backs in the
Just a
academy.
couple, yeah.
We need to get some of these guys out on loan. We had Oganai on loan for a while. Obviously that he played a little bit, didn't play a lot. I think it was at Northampton Town. I can't remember now off the top of my head.
So yeah,
Somebody
think it
will
was.
correct me. Um,
I'd like to see Camison go on loan. I wouldn't want to sell him for a decent price, but or one of those loan with a potential option or
yeah.
something like that.
Anything that we do
Yeah,
with youngsters needs to have a sell on, needs to have a buyback, like we did with VTech.
I think that
That's
should
just
just be
needs to be
standard now.
standard from now on.
Standard.
Lincoln City, Everton, still interested in Ethan Wheatley. Sounds like
Yeah, I
Everton
saw
are
that.
ahead of that race. I like Wheatley. I just don't like his inconsistency in front of net. I think he's got energy, he's got fight, he's got mentality, he presses. I just think he's just inconsistent. Even at the academy level, he was inconsistent.
He never did he never did a Cheeto. He never did a Greenwood, a Rashford, and just absolutely had a
Yeah,
season where he dominated it, like dominated it.
he'll
And
do
yeah,
well. I just don't think it's going to be here.
no,
Everton have also
unfortunate.
reportedly been looking at Jack Morehouse. Wigan
Yeah, I saw
reportedly
that.
also interested in him as well. I like Morehouse. I don't know if he's ever going to be quite there. I think he's kind of in a position that I mean he plays like an 8/10 Morehouse, so I think that he could have a role. But I don't. He's good. I just don't know if he's good. What are your thoughts on Morehouse?
Yeah, again, he's one of those. He's sort of unfortunately caught between not being quite good enough to get a chance for the first team. Needs to see. There's definitely something there in the player. I'd like to see again alone. I just wish almost youth football after 18s didn't exist. I wish there was a league where we just had a proper hard go for the middle, like just in that between 18s and first team, where it was almost men's football championship level,
Yeah.
because that's what they need to see. You need to bread him in, see if he thinks. But if I was to make a choice right now, I'd say I don't think he's good enough. There's players that are better than him in that position, and there's younger players coming through that also look better than him in that position. So he's not really got anywhere to go.
If he's on a longer contract, a loan would be fine because I feel like if you were to sell him now, you probably wouldn't get a lot for him. But maybe if you send him on loan, if he's on like a 2 year contract, maybe you could double that money in a year or new. But and then Ethan Ennis, Stockport reportedly have held talks for Ethan Ennis. I got to see him live this past season. Dylan and I were there when Salford played Crew Alexander. Not Crew. Was it Crew? Yeah, it was Crew.
Yeah,
and that's where he was on loan. He's Crew's main guy, Ennis. He takes the corners. They're the guy he looks for. They look for whenever he's like they have possession. They're like, "Where's Ethan? Give to Ethan. Ethan will make something happen." He looks good. He was fire for the academy 2 seasons ago. Just absolutely balling out. You guys know we did a lot of content on him. Just kind of fizzled out. I think a lot of people forgot about him. Another player I don't know if he's gonna quite rise to the challenge of playing first team football for United. And I think that's what you're going to get with some of these youngsters, is they are probably good enough for a championship or League One club. They're just not quite there yet for United's team, or they just likely won't ever be
good enough.
They want to play. If they're getting interest and offers from other clubs, it's probably also going to be difficult to convince them to stay with the 21. So it's, it is what it is. So that's part of the academy.
We just do move them on, contracts for later, sell on, buybacks, all the little ticks, all the little boxes ticked. I mean, people really feel like they get upset when we say things like these players, but over 95% of youth team players don't make the first team. It's a fact, unfortunately.
It's
development. And the problem is when you look at we're looking at as a development line now, because you can see we brought in like 5 young players, about 8 over the last 2 seasons into that sort of development squad. So if you were just coming out of that squad and realised you weren't good enough for the first team, you are in under 21's limbo. Because I don't think the under 21 standard is as good as the 18 standard, and it's not good enough to show you're good enough for the first team. So just scrap that. Anyone who you think might be under 21s, loan or sell, and that's it. So we've got to be. We're not a youth club. We're not a youth club. We've got development. If you're good, you're good. If you're not, I'm sorry. Die.
Yeah, it's they get world-class coaching and development at some great facilities. We might get some money out of them. It's mutually beneficial for everybody. It's not. It is what it is. As long as there's some good exit processes going on and we get them good moves elsewhere. I mean, that is what it is. That's part of the academy, you guys. It's just it's not always about let's get all these guys into the first team in a couple of years. It's not. Like Ian said, it rarely happens. So if you look back at our entire academy process, even if you want to go even just the last 10 years, how many players are actually in the academy who looked great, who actually made it to the first team, it's minimal.
2.
Yeah, it doesn't happen and again, it's because we have high standards, and it's because there are levels to this. Again, and like I said, it doesn't mean that you're bad. You'll have a great career someplace else, and that's fine. But it is.
Sorry,
what it is.
3. McTominay. Not McTominay. 3.
Can't say that. My buddy Justin loves McTominay. He's still mad that we sold him, but I get why it happened at the time. He didn't suit the way we played, but I think that he wouldn't have been the first name on the chopping block for me. But
people say he'd be good for us now. He wouldn't. He just wouldn't. So you drop Bruno.
He'd still be playing the same position as he is now. It's not that it's not the tactics necessarily. It's how we build out from the back. He can't do that bounce pass. He can't be the one to take the ball off the defenders and
he can't take the ball on the half turn.
He can be the one to receive the ball from those deep midfielders, though, in more space, a little bit wider, and turn and run. Which is what he does at Napoli, which is why he looks better as an 8. Great, as a 6, in charge of basically receiving the ball, and not going to work.
Yeah, I wouldn't have him at all.
Sekou Kone played a bunch of minutes for Lausanne the other day against BSC Young Boys, and he got an assist as Lausanne drew 2-2. Pretty good game for Sekou all along. So all he needs is a coach that backs him a little bit in some minutes, playing in his actual position, because they were playing him. They're barely playing him to begin with, but then they were playing him like wide left or something as well at times, which is just not his role.
No,
but
central.
He's playing as an 8. He's licensed to get forward as well. He's again all action. Loves to get that ball at his feet and drive forward as well, but obviously he got himself an assist. So
I would be insistent, because we are Jim owns Lausanne, don't he? Ineos own them, right? So we could go right. No, yeah, you can have him on loan, but when he plays here and this way. That's it.
Yeah.
Not want him on the wing at right back. He plays CM, and he just plays there. I was going to ask you, did we loan that other player to them as well? When we talking about?
They had Enzo Canabayek last year.
Right.
On loan, and he played a little bit more, but he didn't play a ton. We had a lot of players on loan last year. If you guys want a breakdown of some of the academy youngsters, 18s, 21s, and loans, I did 3 videos several months ago. You guys can go find them in the video section of the channel. If you guys aren't quite familiar with the academy, or if you want to know how some people got on loan, some of the numbers obviously are going to be moot now because it was months ago. But
yeah,
get a little crash course on the academy.
I'd like a couple of those academy players, if they can't get loans to the championship, we'll just ship them out to there, because they play together as well. That's a bonus, by the way.
Use the multi-club ownership if you're going to bother with it. Might as well just use it. But I mean, he's trying to sell Nice now, so I don't think that's going to be an option. But Lausanne is there, and it's probably a good league to just. For the younger players.
It's better than the under-21s, isn't it? It's got to be a better standard than 21s football.
I guarantee if you put JJ in there right now, he'd probably be the league's top scorer.
Yeah. Obi will dominate over there.
Yeah, we need to start utilizing the multi-club ownership a little bit more.
I do on FM. I do all the time. Yeah. Yes.
Nice. Speaking of youngsters, we've been linked to 18-year-old Leicester midfielder Lewis Page this week.
Yes, please.
He's a very, very exciting young player. He's one that I was a little bit familiar with before the news broke. He wasn't going to be on any scouting reports or anything, but he's definitely one I was keeping an eye on because he's featured a few times for them preseason for the first team. He scored against Malaga, but he also played a hefty number of minutes in the championship last season for them as well, despite just turning 18 not that long ago. Started 5 matches for them, 21 appearances. Honestly, he's very good. 6 foot for an 18-year-old is pretty good. He's left-footed. He's box-to-box. He can play pretty much anywhere in midfield, but I definitely would like him as like a box-to-box 8. Physical. He gets stuck in. He drives that ball forward. His passing is very good. He makes a lot of interceptions. He's press-resistant. He's got an excellent work rate. Quality first touch. He's technical. He reminds me a little bit of like Ian, like the Gumes, the Sangares, the way he plays. He's very similar to those guys. But he's already physically.
He reminds me a bit of Yaya, the way he kind of drives with the ball.
Yeah,
like his size goes past. He uses his size very well.
Yeah.
To go past people. Yeah.
Not the finished article yet, of course, but honestly, if you signed him, he would be one that I would almost consider like squad player for the first team at some point.
Aiden Heaven level.
Yeah. Like
Thompson level, yeah.
Lacey kind of levels already. I think that he's got first team minutes more than some of these other guys. So he was in the Guardians Next Generation 2024, which is the 20 of the best talents in the Premier League clubs. Academy Player of the Year in 24-25. Championship Apprentice of the season as well. Yes, homegrown. Rejected Arsenal, so there's a bonus there as well.
Sign him up.
Get his own, we can call it Louis' magic hat instead of Kino's magic hat now. Hey, what can you say? Project 2038 rolls on, apparently.
Well, that's it. I really, really, really like this kid. I think he's got a lot of potential. I found him on actually FM a little while ago. I remember that scout report from The Guardian. But I remember looking, my scouts recommended Monga, a while back, and I
Oh yeah.
looked, and yeah, because you get a scout report, I go, oh yeah, have a look at the whole team, and then when it looks at the whole team, he was one of the ones on the list that come back of potential to look at. But I've seen him play a couple of times. Very, very, very good.
Is he
I think
in?
he's got a lot.
I want to see if he's in FC 26.
Probably Leicester are in there, aren't they? Yeah, it must be. Would he
Excellent.
have been in their squad? He'd have been in their full squad
If he
registration for
if he's
last
played
year.
first
Must
team,
have been.
if he's played first team for him, he'll be in there. Somebody let me know.
Yeah, it has to be.
For some
He'll
reason,
probably be a
Sofita's not
silver or a
open.
bronze card, though. I imagine.
I don't know what that means.
That means he's not very good.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it doesn't matter if you're the world's best player, like Lamau. When Lamau broke through at Barcelona, he still was only a silver card, which means as good as they had to bring out special versions of it to hype him up.
Okay.
Well, that's what that game is now. That's all it is. But I don't know if that
Interesting.
really counts on the. But that does
I was
count
just
towards this.
curious.
That's at club level, I would
I was
imagine.
just curious. Although I don't, I need to. I put FC 26 in the box to go resell and put towards 27 now. So I'm not even
27,
playing
yeah.
FC 26 anymore. But yeah, I like the look of this kid. Like I said, he was
please.
kind of on my radar already. I do like the way he plays. I think he's already ahead on ahead of the pecking order of a lot of the other youngsters that we have in terms of just young players. So Philip in the house, big up. Like to see a new face. Welcome to the channel. Says love
Phil.
us getting young studs leads to a very bright future. Yes, the future is bright. We have a
Yes,
lot of
big
very, very, very good players in the academy. Like I said, if you guys want to go get familiar with some of them, go check out my under 18s, under 21s, and my loan watch video that I did a couple months ago.
That young winger we got from City. I tell you
Yeah.
what. We watched him a couple of times. We did the watch along on. Was he in the City? I don't know if he was in that team, but with the 18s played them 3 times last year, and he was an absolute despicable terror. Like I mean, every time he got the ball, he felt like he was lacing our defence to pieces. So yeah,
This Page would be what, the sixth or seventh youngster that we've signed this summer already.
yeah. What
And he's
have we got an
probably,
idea of a value, Sean? Or
I'm not sure what the value. We're just going to look it up here.
have
Lewis
they got some sort
Page
of clause?
price.
Has he got a professional deal? Is it 18
I
years
think
old?
he did sign a pro contract not that
Okay,
long
so there is a
ago.
consideration. There is a consideration.
So it would be an
Then
actual fee, not just like a development thing or anything. And I'm not seeing a
yeah.
price anywhere. I can't imagine it's going to be more than like 5-6 million tops. Like
Probably
TV
with a
tops.
load of add-ons. I would
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
some big add-ons. Don't mind the add-ons though if he plays for the first team and all that sort of bollocks. Wins the
Stephen
league.
House says Lewis Page
Steve.
in. He's a United fan and put all the midfield funds toward Hall. Preacher
Did
the
he
choir
play
on
under
Lewis
Van
Hall.
Nistelrooy? I wonder if he did
No, Van Nistelrooy was
before,
that.
wasn't it? Yeah.
That was 2 years ago. So
Oh
probably
yeah. I'm
not.
just trying to think. No, probably not.
I know it all.
Yeah,
blurs
I
together.
like the look of him. Yes, please take that.
Yeah.
Have that.
Again, who knows? I think he could. I wouldn't look at him as the third midfield signing, but I do think he could basically be a squad player for domestic cup matches or something, or maybe
Maybe we're getting enough youngsters that we could create them as one midfield signing. So like a Roscoe, him, and another one.
if you add them, two of them together, that's like an experienced midfielder. It's math. It's all about the math, you guys. All right, let's talk about some not so fun stuff because I want to get everyone's thoughts.
Oh, I know what this is.
Because this young man returned to Carrington this week. We'll see what happens here. Well, obviously he's taking part in training. It's been reported that he's getting a new shirt number. He's got the number 14 now, according to Fabrizio Romano, who also claims that this is a sign of trust from Carrick and the club. At least they didn't make Cunha give up the number 10 shirt. I would have rioted at that point.
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
We'll see what happens. Again, the plan could very well just still. He's a player. You might as well just he's here. We can't ban him. Like it just is what it is. But maybe the plan is for him to still leave. Romano claims that unless a top club comes in for him, that he's not going anywhere. So maybe we're not gonna put it out there. We're not just gonna ban him. We're not just gonna put it out there that we don't want him because that just not put us in a good position to get a good fee. But at some point, we already got rid of him. Like we already sent him on loan like twice already. So I'm not sure that we can hide the fact that we didn't really want him here anymore. But I will say this. If he stays, I don't think we'll be getting a striker or a left winger this summer.
100% not.
I think I'd still sell Xerxes, but I don't think we'll be getting. What are you guys' thoughts on on Sir Dr. Marcus of Rashford returning
but,
to Carrington?
well, I mean, you all know my thoughts on whether he should be here or not, so I'm not going to go that deep down the rabbit hole again. Well, I'm going to look at it from a slightly more setback view. There is nothing we can do. If he's going to be here, he is going to be here. And I'm never going to boo a Man United player regardless. I just won't do it. If he works hard and if when he gets his chance he does something, then I'm okay with it. I'm not going to forgive him. But at the end of the season, we'll see. If we start hearing him kick off and we start seeing him out on his thing, and by the way, I'm sorry, but nobody had seen a picture of him in Barcelona while he was there. The day he's come back to Man United, he's a picture of him on a boat with 3 birds. I would if I was his age and not married.
Yeah, man,
right? So
you guys know me.
Stop.
I don't care about stuff like that as much as some people do. I mean,
people making out that, look at him, as soon as he's back at United, he's out partying. He's on his holidays. Yeah, stop really it. Care, Stop honestly. Making mountains out of gnats hills, mate. Really yeah. So if he comes back and if he plays, and he plays well, and he's not forced into the squad, I'm okay with it. And I will say one thing, and even Ashley pointed this out when we were watching the PSG game. She went, I know it's not the ideal, Dad, but she said Marcus would have gotten to the end of that. Would have gotten to the end of that. And it's not about whether we like him or not. If we're going to play that sort of way, he is a weapon, regardless of that. And we all know, if, and it's a big if he finds his feet, we all know he's got 20 goals in him. Well, we know that.
In my opinion, he's not starting over Shesko, he's not starting over Cooney, and he's not starting over Mbumo. I wouldn't even start him over Ahmad on the right at the moment, especially.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he comes in and he starts. He's a bench option. But at the moment, I'd rather start him up front than Xerxes.
I
most certainly would.
For sure, but he's a 300K a week bench option, which I'm sure Ineos are not going to be too happy about. It's either he's going to be a regular part of the squad moving forward, or we have to get rid of him, because I don't think the way Ineos are penny pinching that they're going to want 20 million or whatever, 10, 12 million a year just sitting on the bench.
No, they're not. We want him gone, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, the ego is too big. So we're probably going to happen is what we all said when Barcelona didn't take the option. I don't think it'll be Barcelona now. They've got Adeyemi and other people. But somebody will probably loan him on the last day of the window or a week after, because you can still loan up to a week later.
We got those Fenerbahce rumors. Don't forget that some other leagues do their window
longer.
Open for a little
and
longer.
Loans are a week later, Sean.
Yeah. He might be waiting to see if Fenerbahce get in the Champions League. I think they're still in the playoffs at the moment. But they're reportedly making putting a big package together for him. Maybe Belfast has a Champions League club that he can go join, even though he loves him some Belfast. I still think MLS would be a great move for him personally. With the designated player rule, he can make all his money. I think he would like life in LA or Miami or whatever. Probably not Miami. That's basically Timu Barcelona out there. But I think he'd do really well in LA. But I think it suits the way he's kind of with his lifestyle and everything. Like you said, he's 28, single. He's athlete, like a celebrity. He can do what he wants. I don't really care at that point. But I just don't want him at the club. But like you said, if he's here, he might as well train. He might as well be an asset. We'll see what happens. But I'm not happy about it. But
Philip give him away for free, you all know that.
Yeah. Philip says he needs to humble himself to the fans. Everything else will then fall into place. Yeah, it'd be really awkward if there was any sort of... I would expect to see some sort of statement. I mean, they gave Ollie an interview after he got sacked, for fuck's sake. They got to do something here.
I don't want to see him standing there with a microphone on the pitch or any of that shit. I'm sorry.
No, but there's probably going to be some sort of MUTV inside Carrington kind of nonsense with Andy.
It'd be on the Amazon documentary. That's for sure.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
maybe
for
that's
sure.
Why he's sticking around. Maybe
he'll be on the Amazon documentary. Hundreds.
Does Rashford have any outside business ventures? Does he have
his clothing brand with J-Lings and all that sort of business?
I think that went bankrupt. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
I don't know. They probably do something.
I don't know
sort of stupid shoe line or something.
Other than children's books or something. I'm not sure.
I did see that someone put something about the karma of him coming back round to wearing Jesse Lingard's shirt.
Beans.
Yeah, beans. So
As he said, he comes in as a La Liga winner and a better attack, which ain't dependent on him. I don't think the question has ever been his quality. I think
no
the fact that that quality is so
attitude.
attitude based, though, again, we all know the clip of Ross Barkley just basically walking past him like he wasn't even there
Yeah,
because he could. I think it's just, for
doesn't
me, it's
try
always
hard
been his
enough.
attitude. It's
Yeah,
never been about quality because we've seen him do it. We just, again, he only seems to do it when he's in the mood.
yeah.
So
That season
it's,
with Martial up front, where he scored the penalty against PSG, he was one of the. I was screaming for him
oh,
to
yeah.
get Ballon d'Or. I was calling him Rash Bappe at this time. I was going exceedingly past the standard of what you should go to. But he had that in him. He's the
Yeah.
only player I've seen from our academy that has what I call that step Mbappe yard, like where he's so disgustingly quick with that foot movement. It don't matter who you are, you're done. Mbappe knows how to do it. Rashford is kind of like Bambi on ice when he tries to do it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that season, he was fantastic.
My thing with
It's
Rashford is that
attitude.
since he jumped into the first team picture a decade ago, my base thing is he's not the things that he's not been great at. He's never improved on. You know, this decision making, the heavy touch. You know, trying to dribble through three defenders rather than just pass the ball, get your head up. Sometimes those things I've not seen them improve like at all. It's like Dallow's crossing. Like Dallow, you've been here 10 years and your crossing is still dog shit, dude. Like
Yeah.
you should be on the training pitch on your own doing
Working on
extras
that
just on
permanently.
crossing. Like that's Dallow's the way Dallow strikes the ball is just not good. It's just not. Whether
When
he's
you look at
trying to pass
Camerson,
it,
how good he crosses the ball and things like that, no.
yeah, it's
Even
Dallow's.
Euro going part, like Euro showed it in
Yeah,
pre-season. This is how you cross the ball, by the way, mate.
Dallow cannot. He
Yeah.
couldn't cross a T, let alone that ball, man.
Oh,
It's
no,
just
no.
not good enough. But Rashford's got a
But he got sticky
big up Philip.
shoes. He couldn't even
Thanks,
cross
man.
his laces. Big up, Phil.
So we will see what this looks like. Again, he could still leave. I mean, obviously the club's not going to just put it out there that they don't want him here, but the club did move him on. You know, they backed Ruben Amorim, so I think that says a lot as well. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We know Andy Mitten's glad he's back, but
Of course. I will say one thing, though. I'd rather him stay than go on the last day, because if we've got no one else, I don't want us to have a thin squad. I'm sorry, I don't care about it at that point. If he goes now,
say like you say,
he's
so.
better than Xerxes. Right. If we look at it honestly and say, right, do we want, say Sesko can't play, do we want Xerxes? None of us want that. Right. Do we want Mbumu? Okay, yeah, he can do it in certain games, but against a low block, it's not right. So maybe you go Cunha. Okay, well, then that's got to come in there. We've got that player to come in there. I'm telling you now, I didn't like it, but I had to agree with my daughter 100%. Against PSG, Rashford would have had a field. I'm not saying he scores, but he would have had a field day with those balls. At least 5 times I can picture right now in the last 15 minutes. We 1-2 ball over the top, and there was not a PSG player. I mean, was it? Who did he take out? Their goalkeeper with, and it's a psycho header. It reminded me of that Oliver Kahn for Germany when he came out almost on the halfway line, clattered Xerxes, didn't he? That's it, he clattered Xerxes, but he won the ball.
That was Safanov. That was the PSG.
Yeah, so that's what my point is. Look how high they were. We were in so many times, we just ain't got the blistering pace in behind. And you've got to have weapons. If you've got a weapon, you've got to use that weapon. So.
Well, we have pace in guys like Mbumo, which just we don't seem to get the ball
not that quick
forward quick enough. Hasib says the season after the surgery, the worst I've ever seen him. Well, that was, I mean, yeah, obviously the surgery will do that, but the problem was Rashford put off getting the surgery until after the Euros, and so he could have had that done right away. Could have been back fit for United. We didn't see him for the first month or so, month and a half of the season, because he'd rather go play for England. So anybody who's getting mad at Shaw for somehow being fit for England needs to remember that Rashford decided to write off the first month or so of that United season because he wanted to go play for England instead. So,
which made no sense because he just had the best season of his career.
You guys know how I feel about international football. It's club before country, no matter what.
Always.
So it is what it is. Rob says, hands up who has put the Rashford posters back on the wall. I don't have any Rashford anything on my wall. I got Cantona. I got a Giggs. Got Ronaldo, Scholes, Rooney, Beckham.
I ain't got nothing like that.
I've got the front page from the Manchester Evening News when Rooney broke the scoring record. I have the front page over there framed.
I've only got one newspaper clipping framed, and it was the Sun. And you might think, why have I got a Sun? Did anybody remember the day Fergie retired?
Oh,
The
yeah.
Sun put a Man United hairdryer, on the front page, just sitting on the table. It is an iconic picture,
Of course
and I've
they
got
did.
it framed. Yeah, well, it's the hairdryer treatment. It was iconic.
I've got a couple autograph things over here. I've got a shirt autographed by Fergie, and I've got a Giggs. I do have a Gary Pallister autograph armband around here somewhere too.
Gary Pally.
So I'm running out of wall space though, so not all of them are on the wall. But yeah, I've got a problem with shirts. I just ordered. I just bought 2 more shirts, by the way. 2 that I've been trying to find for a good price for a while. I finally found,
Nice.
so I'm getting those. I got the 98.99 third, the black one with like the green trim.
Nice.
And I got the 15-16 away, which I've been trying to find as well.
We'll have to try and arrange a show where we get it. But that means I have to arrange to go back up to me mum's to go to storage, because I'll have to get the Cruyff shirt.
I might have to do a video
like
breaking
that.
down my shirt collection because it's embarrassing. It's not a flex, just because
Oh
I
yes,
talk
I
about
do
it.
have a Johan Cruyff signed shirt, by the
It's
way.
not a flex, guys. It's an embarrassing admission for me.
flex.
But
Oh yeah, mine's the same. Terrible, shocking.
another player who is back in training is Matthias de Ligt. He took part in the first 15 minutes of team training today. And guys, remember he had back surgery in May. Haven't seen him since November. I'm a little annoyed that he's had this back issue for multiple clubs, but we're the ones who basically have to handle it and deal with it. It's super annoying. But if he's taking part in a little bit of team training, it sounds like maybe the recovery and the rehab are going a lot better than a lot of people initially thought.
There's a statement he put out about a month ago, wasn't it, on MUTV, and it's just saying about how he's been working on it and the whole system and the whole what they've been doing. It sounds very promising, and if he's back fit, oh my god, in my opinion, we've got one of the best defenders in the league.
Oh, he's absolutely.
Hands down.
He's
Period.
He was easily one of the best before he got his injury. I mean, even the season prior, he was absolutely immense for us. I think he and
Elite.
Licha are among the best center back partnerships you can ask for. They can't stay fit, and I'm getting kind of over it. So,
Well, this is the Licht's chance, isn't it? Licha had his one big injury and sorted it, and then we've had reoccurring. This will be the Licht's proper. I've been injured. This is what we've sorted. If it comes back again, then we've got a real problem with him. But I'm giving him. You have to give him one. It's impossible to say any player's non-injury prone because it's just not doable.
no, but I don't think anybody plays just fit 100% of the time. Most players
No.
will have injuries here and there. To me, it's not about. It's more about the nature of the injury. When you start picking up recurring calf or hamstring issues,
Yes.
or groin
Exactly.
stuff, and I'm like,
Like Mount.
that's not. Yeah, I'm not feeling about that. But we'll see. I do like the Ligt. Again, it's just because I say I'm over it doesn't mean I think he's rubbish. You guys know availability is the best ability for me, and if you're just starting to pick up recurring niggles, same with Shaw, same with Martial, Varane, Phil Jones. It's Mount.
Just the way it happens.
So, let's talk a little bit in the new little part of the show I'm calling the rubbish bin. So, well, I'm not going to spend a ton of time. I'm not going to do entire shows on these rumors. We'll save them for the end of some of them. We'll chat a little bit because we've got some rubbish rumors, left back related, that a lot of people seem to be just allowing to snowball because they have to do with David Raum and Joaquin Saiz. Now, you guys both, these are players that we've covered on the channel, players that I've scouted, players that I've even included in my summer rebuild in Joaquin Saiz, but you've got to deep these rumors because they are coming from sources like Caught Offside or The Sun or Ekrem Koner. None of these sources are great. Graham Bailey, not a great source. Then people decided today they wanted to tag The Athletic, claiming that it's been reported that we've been interested in David Raum. You got to go read the Athletic article, you guys. Don't just believe every tweet. When you go and read the article, it's not what it says. The article is literally just a list of the left backs that are still out there that United could target. It's literally the same as the countless videos that I've done on the channel on left backs or wingers or center mids that United could or should be targeting. That's all the article is, you guys. I'm not saying we're not going to sign David Raum. I'm just saying these links are not great.
No. Some of them just show a complete lack of any kind of intelligence. But what me and Sean were discussing this before the show, and I think it's the only way we can have a slight angle to look at for us on what might be coming is all of our transfers that we've actually done so far have one thing in common. We've been looking at them legitimately, regardless of any report. United have been looking at them for longer than a year. Not just we picked them this summer and we're going for you. All three of their main targets, Darlow, Santos, Tillmans, of all, you go back, you can see reports that we've been looking for a while on all of them.
Yeah.
You can go back and look at, we obviously haven't looked at Joaquin Size before, but obviously Sean's done a very good things on this channel. We all know he's got a lot of potential, but we knew that one when it came out yesterday, and then there was not a single person talking about it today, and they went back to the Racing teenager. We know it's bollocks. The one I think has got some legs is the round one, simply because it ticks a lot of boxes for Ineos. Release clause, almost the end of the contract, experienced, Europe, left back, come in, can replace Shaw, but could also sit on the bench, and is incredibly versatile when it comes to assists and getting the ball forward progressively, which is what Carrick wants.
These guys also get you is they'll just remind us that we've been linked to a player, that we were interested in a player, like you're saying, a year ago, and then everybody will take it as a fresh link. It's not a fresh link. The article also mentions Joaquin Saiz, but all it says is that he's doing well for Club Brugge and will be a player to watch. Like there's no link there. There's no even rumor. There's nothing even hinting at rumor. It just says he's a decent player. But people will post that United are in form. They'll tag The Athletic, and then it snowballs from there again. I've said it many times. You guys got to read past the tweets. People will literally just start tagging. They'll just write randomness and then tag The Athletic, and then before you know it, it's getting picked up by everything.
Who's that guy? What's he saying?
This is that Jorge Salinas kid from Racing Santander. It's the same thing. The source is not great. The original source was Sport, which I think is a Spanish outlet. Not a great source at all. Plus, honestly, his agent is George Mendes, and fuck that noise. I'm done with George Mendes.
No, thank you. Yeah, the kid wants Barcelona, and that's it. So let's just leave him alone. Yeah, he just wants Barcelona.
That's not a great source. You guys got to check the source. And again, I don't care if someone tags caught offside, and you're like, caught offside's big. Go read the caught offside article. See where caught offside is getting it from, because that's what I mean. You got to follow the trail. You can't just assume caught offside is the one.
Go back down the yellow brick road, and all of a sudden it turns dark.
You've got to go down the rabbit hole, and then before you know it, caught offside is all it says is like according to sources or according to a report in Sport or something. Like it's just garbage. So, that's what I would call the rubbish bin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, some of it goes in, some of it comes back out. It's a shredder. Yes. But we all know just something will happen. What will, we don't know. I think we can take educated guesses.
I think we will. I'm just annoyed that it's this late in the window. That's all.
Of course.
I'm literally fuming that we've let.
Fortunately, we'll never know why.
Like I said it the other day, if the plan was, if we were at all interested in Lewis Hall, why would we wait until Newcastle have sold so many players? Why would we wait until a couple weeks before the season to try to make that move? Did we not learn from what happened with Anthony? You guys remember what happened with Anthony? Anthony wasn't an 85 million pound player. Ten Hag identified Anthony in like May. We initially talked in June. The price was like 30 million, and then not Ineos, but United just sat there for 2 months, did not do anything. And then when we came back, Ajax was like, well, no, the price is like tripled now because you guys waited till like August. Like, it's ridiculous the way that we move sometimes. Hasib's obviously been reading some of the stuff these days. I've seen this Metalli kid. He's 20 years old. I don't know if he's, 20. I haven't seen enough of him, admittedly, but I don't know if he would be the one I would come in and trust to take over. We need someone who can play first team because we can't count on Shaw to be fit.
We're getting a youngster. It's got to be like one that's played proper, decent level, Hall. Like Andrew, Lewis Hall, or like Kimmer. Oh no, I thought we were talking about centre midfield, but not the racing kid. No, he's not ready. It just isn't ready. Barcelona wouldn't even play him straight away. I can guarantee you he's not coming in straight over Jules Koundé or something like that.
16 million on a 19-year-old. Just keep Harry Hamas.
Oh, he's a left back, isn't it? Yeah. We've got Kokonki. We've got Leon who's going out on loan. Yeah, we don't need it.
We need someone who can. Look at what it's got to be Lewis Hall or I don't know what else to tell you. David Rahm is good. We're going to be in the same.
Should have been Frank Garcia
in 2 years if we sign David Rahm because he's 28 now. So we'll be in the same boat. So, but we'll see. I think we will still sign a player or two, perhaps. Again, I'm just aggravated that it's August
I think
10th.
it's 2. If Xerxes goes, maybe 3. If not, it's 2.
I don't think we'll be signing an attacker with if Rashford stays. I think it just depends on
Mm.
Rashford person. For me personally, that's what I think. Is why would we sign another attacker when we've got 300K a week player who's
This is
can
true.
play multiple positions. He can play
Yeah, that's
striker. He
true.
can play both wings. He scored a lot of striker goals under Ten Hag, getting a lot of headers in the box, a lot of goals from inside the box that season. So he's added that to his game as well. But doesn't mean I want him to stay. I'm just saying if he does stay, I just don't anticipate us signing an attacker, and Ineos will say let's
I agree.
make it a new signing. So,
I agree.
but we just still need a left back and a center midfield for sure, and I would like a striker. I just don't know if it's going to
I'd
happen.
I'd be I'd be very happy with Realm now. I really would. I mean,
Yeah,
we know we've all liked it
I like
before.
Ram a lot.
Me and Sean were saying before, and like Danny and Rob and everyone that will know, we've been on this channel for so long saying about people like that. And in our rebuild videos, none of us actually picked him in, but the concept of we all picked those. I had 2 fullbacks. I think you had a fullback, didn't you? Dylan had a fullback.
I had
We all
Joaquin
went,
Saiz.
yeah. So we all know what we want. But the thing I really like about Realm, probably more than Hall, to be honest, is he's consistent. I looked it up. He's so consistent with the assists. And me and Sean mentioned it. We were talking, and Sean pointed it out. It's delivery first time as well. Like he hits a ball first time on the run,
Yeah,
and
he's got a wicked cross on him.
Sesko knows where he's putting that as well. By the way,
Yeah, you almost just it almost be like when Fergie signed Van Persie. Just give the ball to Raum and Shesko just get in the box, and then like everyone else just
yeah.
shut up and let him
That's
work.
it. What you doing? We give the ball to Wayne and then let Robin score. Okay, right, that's the plan.
I think Raum would be a really good here and now signing that I think could, if you sign like someone young, like maybe even if you signed a Sace, there's still development there. You bring
Yeah.
in Raum and you're ahead of the curve in a lot of ways, but so you are kind of kicking the can down the road a little bit as far as left backs are concerned, but I don't have a problem with it. There's still a lot of left backs out
I
there.
mean, he sign him now. He gives us at least 2. I mean, at least 3, if not 4 seasons. By which time, either Amas can come back and be good, or Goodwill would have grown into the giant of a defender that he
we
will be.
finally know if Dorgu is a left back or a left winger. Who knows?
There we go. Let's plan for now. I like the idea of these 16-year-olds in 4 or 5 years being mega. Yes, but I want now. And David Raum is now.
And like Danny says, going forward, he'd level us up a bit, because I
Yeah,
think one of the
absolutely.
issues that we've had is getting the balls into the box. For we got someone like Shesko, just put it in there. I don't care what, like, you don't have to put it on a dime. Just put it in the box. Shesko has shown that he can get on headers. He can show that like that equalizer against West Ham. That wasn't
Touch and
perfect.
turn.
It wasn't a perfect ball. It was just he just knew where to. Shesko is more of a
Yeah.
poacher than just a header
He's
of the
got good
ball.
movement in the box. Very
Yes,
good
and I
movement.
think that we need to take advantage of that as well. But
Sean, you made a good point at the beginning about Ahmad, right? And his ability to press. And we all thought when Ahmad had some of his best play under Ruben with that wide wing back. Now imagine we're in a game where the team are on a low block and they haven't got really threat on the wide. They're not threatening us on the wings, right? Don't need Shaw and Delo. How about you go, right, Ahmad and Raum, because both of our attackers in Cunha and in Burmu like to do this and tuck in.
we don't have any wingers who cross the ball.
Imagine Raum and Ahmad just going up and down the line like that, coming round every time. You've got 4 down the line. That's how you break a low block.
We don't see a whole lot of the old school kind of whip a ball in kind of fullbacks. What we are going to see a lot of, and we've seen it last year, we've seen it a little bit in preseason, is overloads in wide areas, little triangles, movement, feed the ball, and then it's a lot of stationary attacks, which you can probably get away with Shesko. I don't think any other striker will get you because he can outjump everybody.
Mbumu's not going to do that.
I would like to see us get that ball in earlier. I would like to see us not let the opposition get back in numbers because I think it's just too slow. So we need to move the ball forward and get it in the box a lot quicker.
Raum also takes a really good corner and a good dead ball delivery. Like Luke Shaw's actually got really good delivery, if you notice, quite a lot when it's out wide on the left. But I think he just suits how we would really like to attack. And I just think it makes all the sense in the world. It's like 30 million euros.
We know
Come on.
Ineos are all about that. So
Yeah, 30 million euros. It's experience. It's Europe. It's every single thing we want right now. And
what is
then
30 million euros in pounds?
about 28 million. Take
25
about
and a
five and a
half.
point off. Yeah,
25 and a half. Man, that's
there you go.
you get
There you go.
Raum Tielemans for
Casemiro's wages.
60 million. 60 million for Raum and Tielemans is absolute baller. You're looking at 110 millions. You've got 3 players. I still want another player, but
Yeah.
and then finally, you guys, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't yet done so, you guys. We are wrapping up here. Make
Smash
sure
the
you
like.
subscribe, please, if you guys are new. See some new faces. We love to see the community grow. We are on the road to 5K. Don't be afraid to check out a lot of things before we get going here. If you look in the video description, you'll see a lot of links to old exclusive videos. You see some links to the channel's Twitter profile. You see some links to the UVE store, United vs. Everybody store. You can get some cool one-of-a-kind gear. Ian's got one behind him on the corner, over his shoulder. There it is. A lot of one-of-a-kind gear in there, you guys. Go check out all that kind of stuff. There's constantly sales and whatnot going on. Can't get it anywhere else. None of it goes towards the Glazers. It all does help the channel as well. But also, check out those memberships, too. Best way to get involved in the content and get your voice heard. As you can see, I try to get everybody's chat in. As the channel grows, it's difficult because there's a lot of you guys. We'll be here forever if I do everybody's. But finally, apparently... And I know I did a what if episode on this a while back, but apparently Jose Mourinho nearly joined United the summer Sir Alex Ferguson retired. He revealed in his Netflix documentary. Don't know who has Netflix, but he has a documentary now, Jose Mourinho, because apparently we needed Jose Mourinho Netflix documentary, but apparently he had to turn it down because he had already given his word to Chelsea. So again, I'm pretty sure I did a what if episode on what if Jose had taken over when Sir Alex retired. You guys can go find those. Again, starting 11 Legends members, you get to make suggestions for ideas for what if episodes. I think I've done 4 seasons now, so that is 16 episodes, I want to say.
That is a big moment. I mean, it would have changed so much. I can only picture what would have been the domination would have just carried on.
And 13-14 Jose, which was probably about the best time to get Jose, honestly.
Prime Jose. Also, United would have given him anything at that time. Would have given him all the money to spend on all the players he wanted.
Do you think so? Because we only gave David Moyes Marwan Fellaini on deadline day.
Because we could get away with doing that. You ain't getting away with doing that to Jose. It's just not happening.
Probably the only way you get Jose in is if you tell him you're going to write him a blank check, basically.
And obviously Matic is there on the day.
Yeah, Matic would have followed him for sure. Maybe Drogba. Maybe we could have scored some Drogba points. De Bruyne would have been interesting.
Robin.
If you want to go, Robin. I can't stand Arjen Robin. If you want a deep De Bruyne though, and like that whole sketchiness, how he went to City a year before Pep, that's a bit shady too, as well. By the way.
Oh, fully.
So who knows what could have been differently? If you want to know, you can go check out the what if episode again. None of it
Ronaldinho one.
It's fantasy. It's a lot of it is based on some of the obviously this kind of stuff, what was going on at the time, but there are some creative liberties there, but. Go check out the what if episodes. They're a fun little.
Definitely nothing bigger for me than Ronaldinho. Not in my lifetime.
I did one of them. I did one on him as well.
No one single moment that I've witnessed in my life at United would have changed so much. I mean, people said Cantona changed it. Yeah. We're talking the level of Ronaldinho after he put on that Barcelona shirt for 5 years, unquestionably the best player in the world. And I don't care what anyone's got to say about it.
We had some good almost. Robert Lewandowski almost joined us. That would have been absolutely killer. I think we would have.
Zlatan about 5 years earlier.
We would have destroyed with Lewandowski as well.
Oh yeah.
He's just, you don't see many old school nines like him anymore. But he was.
We nearly got Kane when he went out when Tottenham let him go on loan. I think he went Preston, didn't he? And they didn't want him. Would have been very different. So, you guys take it easy. Enjoy the rest of the night. Ian, thank you for jumping in. Longer show tonight. I didn't expect to see a long show. There wasn't a whole lot to cover, but that's the beauty of these chats. Is you could talk all day about some of the smallest little rumors and little stories, and that's the beauty of the channel. So it's the nuance of this community. We know we go down rabbit holes on this channel, and
as you can see, it's pretty chill. It's basically I wanted to approach the channel like just some people just at a pub with a pint talking about all this stuff like you would normally. I think we've kind of hit it on the head in terms of the vibe, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Um, but thank you to everyone who joined in. Please make sure one more time hit
Always
that like
legends.
button, subscribe, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Until next time, take it easy.